All right, and we're back.
Hello.
Hannah, you were so high it cut out on you.
Oh my gosh.
3.
Yeah, 3.
3.
3.
No one's
3.
going to understand this.
3.
Gallery.
All right. So,
3.
by the morning, Leo seems to have perked up a little. It starts with some good news from Flint. Carl had been in the crawl space. According to him, it had been too hot to sleep anywhere but there. Of course, that's fucking insane, but it's definitely something Carl might do. In better spirits, Leo suggests we go out to some burger joint, to which I agree. On the way, we chat about my project.
So obviously I don't want to spend all of our time just having fun. You have a project due after all.
Yeah. I don't remind him that most of this messing around has been his idea.
Hey, though we need to hang out with TJ today, if that's okay. I promised him we would yesterday. He's been feeling kind of down.
No, I'm fine. I'm really
obviously.
fine. I'm fine.
What?
No, I want to hang out with you.
No.
I looked down my sausage biscuit sandwich, the excess grease glistening in the sunlight, shining through my window.
I was thinking the park.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
TJ likes outdoor things. So what do you still need to do?
I take a bite to give myself time to think. Well, everything? Honestly, I'm not too sure. The whole premise is about the body that was found in the mine.
Yeah, what was that about?
Well, I read up about it on a website. Apparently, some guy's mutilated body was found in the mines, and everyone in town lost their minds.
Oh yeah, we've been playing a game about that. I mean, a
the
website.
Smoke room.
Hey.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds awfully familiar.
Yeah, fun fact, Chase's project has been on the smoke room the entire time.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you have a better source than that?
Well,
Especially if the whole idea of your project is based on that?
I blush. Someone like Leo chastising me about journalistic integrity is kind of embarrassing.
But it's true.
It's not that
Hey,
he's
what do you mean
stupid.
someone like Leo?
It's not that he's stupid. I guess I'm just used to feeling like the brains of our little dynamic.
Excuse me?
I mean, it's cited. I just need to get the book, which is something else we'll need to do. Do you have a library card?
Do you think I have a library card?
Ah, yes, I'm the brains of the little outfit. Wow, surprising.
But I could sign up for one. Anything for you, Puchika.
You mean Chula?
Chula.
Yeah, Puchika is oh shoot, Chula is bottom.
Anything for you, Chula.
Leo nudges me.
Don't be bitter. I just want you to do a good job.
I'm the one that went to college. I know what I'm doing.
Marvel's trying to eat my shoe.
I'm surprised I'm not offended by that.
No.
Ha ha ha.
Leo laughs.
You know, I read a study about college kids.
A study? Sounds like something you wouldn't know about since you didn't considering you didn't go to college.
Whoa. Right. Anyway, it was about how college doesn't make you smart. Just more liberal. I mean, he's not wrong.
I know. That's why I'm laughing.
Uh-huh. So is that a bad thing?
I mean, I'm from a small town in the middle of nowhere, so... Well, paying $20,000 a year to get indoctrinated just doesn't appeal to me. He really is like a small town dude.
Is that why you stopped going, or have you been looking up these studies to make yourself feel better about quitting?
Wow, dude, Chase, you're being an asshole.
Look, I told you before, it wasn't just Leo who fucked up this relationship. Chase is also at fault for this relationship being shitty.
Holy shit, what a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chase is Well, in general, it feels like Chase is like kind of a dick to his friends.
Leo pauses.
Like, rude? That's a strong word. I guess I just realized that what I had was good enough.
I will also say, though, in Chase's defense, think about it from his point of view. He's getting chastised by his ex about, oh, well, you've been spending 3 years. That's something that's not even getting you to be smarter. It's just making you more liberal.
That's fair.
Yeah,
You know?
I will get angry too.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
moment, I would also be kind of snippy at somebody.
That actually is fair. I didn't think of it like that.
Not saying
My
Chase
dad
is right.
makes-
Just wanted to point out why Chase said that.
He is right. Yeah, my dad makes more than most college grads, and he's teaching me the trade too.
Look, trade jobs are actually real good paying jobs.
Oh
No
yeah, no,
That's
they're
fun.
really good jobs.
Our
They're-
culture, like, I don't dislike college. I did the thing. But, like, our culture needs to be like, yeah, you over there, smart kid that's good in a class but really prefers building things with your hands, go do a trade job. Right? Like, when I was in elementary school, I was really into cooking, and I wanted to go into, like, restaurants. I wanted to, like, open a restaurant. And all of my teachers were like, no, that would be good for our percentage of college graduates. I mean, no, you're smart. You shouldn't be a restaurateur. I actually had a teacher say that to me.
Wow, that's messed up.
You had horrible
Uh-huh.
teachers.
Well, I had great teachers, too. Everyone has horrible and great teachers. Lord knows I'm probably someone's horrible teacher, right? Like,
True. That's true.
right? Like, you have to be humble enough to admit that when you teach.
Leo pauses as he changes lanes around a massive 16 wheel carrying what looks like steel.
Oh.
And I'm already certified.
Okay, where exactly are you going with this?
I'm ready to settle down. I want a boyfriend. I mean, I just want to make sure you're okay with that, is all.
Oh, well, I'm not Jenna. As long as you're doing what you want, I really don't care what it is you decide to do. Poor Leo. Doing like this is what I'm doing for the long term in case we get back together. Chase, I don't give a shit what you do, man.
Yeah.
Leo smiles.
Well, good. And if we, I'm not saying we will, but if ever we got together again, I'll be able to support you.
Well, just don't make fun of me for going to college or what degree I decided to go into.
You know, you're a good enough writer already. You'd have just started up a blog or something.
What?
I just read that's what I I wasn't even using my Leo voice. There we go. I just read that's what journalism is these days.
I start sulking again.
Yeah, what a dick.
Maybe you should stop
Yeah.
looking these things up. At least I'm learning to do something. It's not like I just got a degree in psychology and stopped there. Who just had an entire moment? I heard some muffled laughter.
I'm like,
And some not so muffled laughter.
Oh man.
I'm like, ouch.
And the psych majors are internally cringing.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though, is Chase also points out that and stop there, because it's unfortunately true. A bachelor's in psychology won't get you very far. You have to go for the master's or PhD.
Mhm.
There's a few things where if you look for them, you can get with a bachelor's, but
You could probably go into business.
well, yeah, you could do like business. Well, although most consultant, like if you're doing like consulting, like you're probably gonna have like at least a master's.
Mm-hmm.
But I know a few folks that ended up like working with maybe people who are in like working with rehab. Like that's something that you can actually do with a bachelor's degree and a little extra training.
Mm. Well, didn't you tell me you wanted to go into history? Isn't that worse?
Oh, man. I remember
I
when I was trying to pick my own area, I genuinely thought about doing history at one point. And then I
I
was
only
like,
always
two.
want...
yeah.
What?
You were saying something, Sam?
I said I always wanted to go into mythology, but I was like, what am I gonna do with that?
That's exactly why I didn't go into history myself.
Write the Lord of the Rings. Duh.
Or write those Percy Jackson books.
Yes.
Let's just drop it. Leo looks at me out of the corner of his eye.
Dua, I'm not making fun of you.
Well, when someone starts sounding like my dad, I think that's a good time to end the conversation.
Aw, you not into that?
There's a difference.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Definitely
I'm
not.
Oh no.
We drive in silence
He's
for a
trying to be
while.
flirty.
Yeah, Leo is really trying his best, but Chase is shutting him down at like every turn.
Leo really
As he
needs to
should.
take the hint.
They're not good for each other.
Mm-hmm. We drive in
I-
silence for a while as Leo pulls out his food from the brown, grease-stained paper bag. As we're headed back, he nudges me.
Hey, I have an idea.
He talks with his mouth full, one hand holding onto his sausage biscuit while the other steers. So this is your excuse to take a bite right now, DJ, of your food.
If you haven't been hearing us, we're already in good shape, actually. Nom, nom, nom.
Are you asking me? Hey, both hands on the wheel! Leo chuckles as he swigs from his orange juice carton with his steering paw before returning it to the wheel.
Why does he have orange juice?
They were having breakfast.
Oh, it's-
Yeah,
it's
this is the morning, so yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, gotcha. That makes more sense.
Even when I'm in the car, you drive like shit.
Hey, I'm way more careful when you're with me.
That makes me feel so much better.
Good.
He takes another huge bite. I wait while he chews, and when he finishes, he takes another bite. You were saying?
Oh, yeah. You know those train tracks behind my yard? Didn't you say they were important somehow?
Yeah. Echo used to be an important junction.
Well, why don't we go there and you can film some stuff? The rail yard is like a 5-minute walk away.
I think. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Leo smiles, panting a little in the heat, looking proud of himself.
Cool. We'll go over once we get back.
There's not much left of the old train yard. The building that used to service the junction is basically gone, save the foundation. There are two groups of abandoned freight cars with Golden Gate Southwestern in chip paint on the sides. I'm happy to see it since it'll help with the scenery I'm trying to capture. After doing a few panning shots along with some close-ups of the cars, I lean against an old freight car with my head back. I close my eyes against the heat. It's almost noon, so it's almost impossible to find any good shade out here. For some reason, it's only now that I'm realizing how stupid it was to do it so early. The sunset would have looked a lot better, along with it being a lot cooler. Leo's been gone almost 20 minutes at this point. He said he was going to get some water bottles, but it's been a while. The sweat seeping into my shirt makes my skin crawl. After looking around, I peel it off and hang it against a small metal ladder on the frame of one of the freight cars.
This game could also be named Chase Takes Off His Shirt at fairly regular intervals.
Yeah, but he takes it off like in an unsexy way each time. Like I can't
kind of
think of a
does,
single
doesn't he?
time that he's like ever been like, and I did it in a very sexy, tantalizing way. He's always like, and I was a sweating mess as I pulled my shirt stickily off of myself.
Hey, but after both of us nearly got beat up, I still wanted to make out with that shirtless body.
I lean back against the exact same spot I was earlier, where it isn't burning hot, and resume closing my eyes. Vaguely, I wonder how many miles this thing has covered, how much of the country it's seen. The railway was closed down in the 60s, so it's at least over 50 years old. Unless they're just using Echo as a dump for unwanted train cars and left them here recently. A lot older than I am. That's something weirdly comforting about leaning against something that's been through so much. Almost reassuring. It's like swimming in an old river or a lake that's been around for millions of years. Something breathed connected to things that are permanent. I hear rustling through the grass on the other side of the car, but I keep my eyes closed. Leo, I think I'm gonna die. I'm not built for the heat. I wait, but he doesn't say anything.
Leo.
Leo? The rustling starts up again. A long, slow drag through the dried vegetation. This time it sounds like it's coming from under the train. Leo? I finally open my eyes and step away from the car, turning around to look at it like I can see through it. What are you doing? Obviously trying to scare me. He was never as subtle as Jenna, but he did his fair share of at least trying. I lean over to look under the car, glaring. You know, if you're trying... I'm met with emptiness under the car. Just dirt, dead grass, and rusted rails. Was it some kind of animal? It sounded pretty big to be... Fuck! A heavy paw slams on my shoulder, and I jump as Leo shouts right next to my head. I stumble forward, but he grabs me up, laughing.
Holy shit! I've never seen you jump like that hard before.
One jump.
Normally I'd be pissed, but that build-up just had me glad it was Leo. How the hell did you do that?
Do what?
That whole setup you did.
Well, you see, first I take my hand and slap it on your shoulder.
No, the whole walking around behind me and making it like that dragging sound to the car.
Huh?
Leo looks confused. I frown. I guess it would have been kind of impossible for someone Leo's size to sneak around like that without me seeing him.
Did you hear something?
Leo mimics my earlier position and bends over to look under the train. Yeah, but there wasn't anything there. I thought you were trying to scare me.
Well, I was. But I didn't do that. Probably some animal or something. There's a lot of weird wildlife out here, you know?
He stands up.
That would have been a good idea, though.
It sounded really heavy, like a person.
Could have been. You know, a lot of weird people around here like to come and get drunk, or high, or whatever.
Sounds fun. I must still look a little unnerved because Leo sets a hand on my shoulder.
Well, I'm here now, and you're shirtless, so don't worry.
His eyes drift down to look at my torso, just as DJ said.
Damn, you kept in shape. Well, better shape.
I smirk, rubbing a shoulder. Swimming every day helps. Leo rubs my shoulder, grinning.
Getting
You
a little
look
too weird
good.
for me.
What was that, Sam?
It's getting a little too weird for me.
You always say that.
And I always mean it.
Well, thanks. I've gotten to the point where I just stopped pretending that there isn't at least something still there between us.
Except we're horribly matched for each other.
And I think I've stopped pretending that nothing's gonna happen on this trip, eventually.
Oh no. Oh no. Chase, don't. Be smart.
What really
Not a
worries
good
me is
idea.
what will happen after.
Exactly.
Leo, meanwhile, slides his hand over my stomach.
Ah!
Oh, dear Lord. Not that I'd care if you gained weight. That happens. But I like you this way.
Ah!
Yeah, it happens. I only hesitate for a moment. I slide my own hand under her shirt and Leo makes a soft gasping sound as I press it up against his stomach. His ears pull back,
Cringy.
though he keeps a grin on his face.
Being a wolf makes it harder, you know?
I believe you. As if to try and convince me he hasn't really gained weight, he flexes his abs, flattening the soft fur on his stomach against my palm. Still wrapped in velvet. But you know, I'm into that. I get the urge to... Okay, no.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is, God,
Squeak,
I
squeak,
got-
squeak.
Yeah. That's gonna be squeaked out.
Squeakity, squeak, squeak.
But I don't
Oh,
want to make it
Chase.
that obvious that I'm Squeak.
Squeak.
Hey, baby. Squeakity, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
I think you could say the second sentence.
Sure, fine. Hey, baby. You're making me feel fat.
I giggle before I slide my hand up his torso. This
Ah!
exposes more of his right stomach along the way up to his chest, and I feel his pounding heart. That better? Leo gives me a breathy, laughing exhale as he lets me feel him.
Y'all are at an abandoned train stop.
Okay, well, here's the thing, though. I will let you know, that's also where they had their first kiss.
They had their first kiss at an abandoned train stop?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder Leo took him there.
Yeah.
Leo, you piece of shit.
Love doesn't like this either.
He sidles closer, resting both of his hands on my waist. I feel his peck with my hand, and I'm just making sure nothing else is gonna be in there. Okay. As I thumb through his fur to find underneath, feeling it. Okay, maybe squeak, squeak.
Yeah, squeak. I was like, why are you okay with saying that?
Look, I was checking to see if like the word showed up again. That was my litmus, and then when I saw I was like, that might be okay. Nope, never mind.
Oh, chula.
Leo shudders and grins at me.
Oh no. Oh God.
I think this place does things to us. Chase, remember our first kiss?
It needs to stop doing things.
This isn't the exact spot. Was it really 6 years ago already? Wait a minute. Hold up.
Their first kiss was only 6 years ago?
Technically, it would be 6 years ago. It's just that it happened in 2008. This is March of 2015, so that, yeah, it would be 6 years. It's 6.5-ish. Well, no, it's...
That actually explains Leo's character a lot more, actually.
Yeah, it was 6
They're
and like
pretty
4 months
fresh
ago.
off of their breakup.
Well, they broke up 3 years ago.
Oh, so they've gone the length of... Nope, they've gone the length of their relationship not dating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
they dated
well,
for 3
and
years and
then-
then broken up for 3 years.
Well,
That's a rule of thumb. Where you gotta help your buddy get over somebody.
but yeah.
They have the length of their relationship to heal and to enjoy being single.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got together in 2008, November 1st, 2008, and then broke up shortly before Chase graduated. And that's like either like May of 2011 or May of 2012. I'm guessing 2012.
Someone who they're closer to needs to pull a Flynn right now.
It just needs
Right.
to like stop them.
Yeah, Jenna would be weird because we know her route, but I feel like TJ or like... Actually, Carl. Really, Carl, I think, should be the one who's like, hey, Chase, we need to talk. Hey, Leo, we need to talk.
Although Carl's also like very.
He's awkward, yeah.
He's
I guess that's the problem. There is no one to step in.
Yeah, no, that's the reason why this friend group is the way it is. It's made up of these types of people.
Yeah, there's no one to step in and be like, stop, please stop.
Well, then the person who does is kind of a dick.
And if they weren't diametrically opposed, sure, get back together. They're actually kind of cute for each other. But they are diametrically opposed. Yes, thank you. They are what they want from life is completely opposite. So they just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. Otherwise, they'd be cute. They really are kind of cute. But no, oh god.
I could see a universe where maybe they were able to be together, but honestly, one of them would have to give up on their stance on Echo for it to even remotely work.
But it's other things. It's like college versus not college. It's like,
Oh, well, that's the thing is, you also gotta
Hey,
remember...
Andrew.
Hi, Andrew. But yeah, you gotta remember that the other thing that's going on with them is...
Zack!
Oh, Zach's here too? Wow, we're
Hey.
getting everyone.
Yeah,
Yay!
no, this was timed to surprise you.
Oh, is this my
That's right,
intervention?
Zach. You need to stop having interventions.
But I
That's
love
your
them!
intervention.
Zach, did you see my message I sent you earlier?
No. Hold
You
up.
need to see it. I also had a...
Alright, we're back from what was probably a pretty long break, I fucked up. 3, 2, 1, we're back! That's all I need to say, we're back.
Yep, you don't have to explain why we were talking amongst ourselves for 27 hours.
They crave backstory, Alan.
Oh my god. Was it
Now
really 6 years ago already that we last played?
And that is about the time, and that's the story about the time when everybody actually listened to every word I said.
Yeah.
What'd
I
you
don't know,
say?
I don't like this story.
I didn't hear that.
Anyways, I'm almost done making this this corn on the cob. That's right. You got to make it now in the future.
Ah. Wait,
Can't
did
just
it
take-
take 6 years to make it?
Well, it took 6 something.
Ah. I sigh, then slide
Hey,
both
we're
my
already
hands
off
under his
track
shirt and wrap them around his waist, burying my face in his chest. Leo hugs back as he starts nibbling on my ears, which makes me gasp. Hey, can't we just enjoy the moment? Leo giggles.
I am.
I look up at him, and I'm not sure if I just run into it, but we kiss! To the chagrin of all those here in the audience, we kiss.
Yeah, it's like in movies when you applaud when a couple finally kisses. That's been like you're pining for each other.
It's like the audience is booing, going, "No, you
No,
stupid!"
we don't want this.
Abusive relationship.
Mutually abusive relationship. You weren't here a second ago.
Yeah, no, my mic dropped out, and the audio dropped out. So the characters get into they're activating their bad relationship potential.
Mm-hmm.
Basically there was a scene finally showing Chase also being just as shitty for how their relationship was.
Ah.
Yep.
As I had mentioned multiple times, it takes 2 to tango and 2 to make a real shitty relationship sometimes.
I'm gonna take that at face value because it's probably true.
It's a small peck, but then Leo puts his hand behind my head and pushes me deeper into the kiss. He opens his muzzle to clamp around mine. Squeak, I'm gonna squeak.
Hey, pause or maws. Come on.
I guess it's a pause then for me, because I really didn't want to hear about that Moz. I'm still for a moment, and so is he, waiting for me to respond. When I do, it's with my paws around his back, me kissing back. A soft crack to my right makes me jerk my head from the kiss to look over. Kudzu's standing there, his arms folded. Leo coughs in surprise, pulling back as well and wiping his muzzle.
I love it. I was like, magically appears.
They should just kill him.
Kudzu, what's up?
The raccoon's expression is hard to read, as usual, but I see the corner of his muzzle quirk up after a while. So, normally Kudzu was voiced by Seb, who isn't here because it's Seb's birthday!
Yeah.
Actually, I should ask Seb if he's okay with me putting that in the video.
They're not going to know what day we recorded it on.
I do plan on actually posting what day we record on. That's what I'm going to ask him.
Maybe
See,
probably-
is he okay with me having that in there?
Okay.
Otherwise I'll just bleep.
It's someone's birthday.
Hannah, you didn't say birthday!
Oh no, but doesn't Disney or McDonald's own the Happy Birthday song?
No, that
Yeah,
was the
Hallmark.
Girl Scouts, and it's actually fallen into public domain now.
Oh, really?
I'm glad
Nice.
you now have an encyclopedic knowledge of public domain stuff. It makes me very proud of you.
Look, I wrote multiple papers on that in high school.
Why was it the Girl Scouts? I would have figured Hallmark.
They were the ones that made the song.
Oh.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Huh. That is cool. Go Girl Scouts.
Either way,
Oh, yeah, I'm
who
pretty
should
sure the
Kudzu?
raccoons can't. I can try. I'm gonna have my face full of corn soon, though. I'm from the Midwest. I'm pretty sure the raccoon's kink is cock blocking. So, what kind of voice do they have?
Kudzu's a bit of a serious guy. He kind of is a little bit of aloof and doesn't really engage with people too often.
Oh, great! I can just use my voice then.
He seems terrifying but sweet.
Not much. What's up with you?
Oh, stuff.
Leo laughs, and finally, Kudzu smiles. Hey, Kudzu. I speak up, feeling awkward staying silent after Kudzu caught us like that. He nods in my direction.
Jace, so what are you guys really doing out here? It seems like kind of a dummy place to be doing... place to be doing that.
I blush, but turn and point to my camera bag sitting inside the opening of a car. I was filming for my project. This place is important to Echo's history.
I see.
We could ask you the same thing.
I haven't
Well,
really-
I'm not exactly doing that, am I? Anyways,
Okay.
I just take walks sometimes on my days off.
TJ, you're not in this scene. You don't need to talk to your cats, TJ.
So is it canon now? TJ just has a lot of cats with him?
It's our canon.
It's okay.
In the middle of the day?
Usually.
He narrows his eyes at me, clearly thinking that I'm suspicious about something, so I quickly add. I mean, it just gets so hot out here at this time of day. I'd die. Kudzu shrugs his shoulders nonchalantly.
I don't know. I go for walks a lot. That's what I was doing last night when I found you two.
Hey, thanks for stepping in last night. That could have ended badly.
Kudzu shrugs again.
It would have. Had to do something, didn't I?
Well, we appreciate it.
Leo wraps an arm around me and hugs.
So, how was he when he came to?
Pissed, obviously.
He always is.
But he said some things last night. You should stay away from him for a while.
Kudzu's normally placid face shows some concern for the first time.
What? He'd say he was going to kill me?
Leo says it lightly, like it's not a big deal. Wow, I cannot talk sometimes, but
Dale!
Welcome to the world.
Among other things.
His eyes flick to me. I give a star. What?
What? Wait, did he say some shit about Chase?
Leo's hackles rise, and I can see him starting to bare his teeth.
Again, he was on something last night. He might not even remember it, but I'm just warning you. Be careful around him for now.
Kudzu looks back at Leo.
Don't provoke him.
I wouldn't if he wasn't such a beepity beep beep.
Just ignore him.
I swear to God, if he talked about doing shit to Chase.
His grip around tightens even more around me. Hey, I'll be gone in a few days. Don't worry about me. I am worried about you.
I'm just getting really tired about that meth skeleton messing with everything I do. And if he f***ing tries something with you...
Leo.
The air is tense, and I can feel Leo growling deep in his throat. Wanting to change the subject, I speak up. Hey, Kudzu! You know, we were gonna go out to the park and hang out. Did you want to come?
Hey, can you guys hear this?
Hear what?
Yes, I heard that.
Damn it! Thanks, but I think I'm good.
Leo perks up from his brooding.
You know what? I think that's a good idea. We were going to play some soccer. But there's only going to be 3 of us. You could help even it out.
Kudzu thinks.
Well, I suppose I could just work out. Zack, take over for Kudzu. I gotta make the Midwesterners proud and eat these corn cobs.
Corn for the corn god.
all the Midwest just jumped up and down in excitement. Yeah! You're just like, eat the corn, eat the corn, eat the corn,
Eat the corn!
one of us.
Mwah.
There's an initiation ceremony. If you move into the Midwest, we just hand you a corn. And I don't know. I actually don't know anything else we're famous for.
What, do
Yeah,
you
I was
not,
like really good with this.
well, do you not remember the ritual that everyone engages in when they turn 13 in the Midwest? You're sent
Oh,
off
I
into
was-
the cornfield, and if you come back alive, then you are considered to be a full-fledged adult within Midwestern society.
Yeah, I survived. My 13 brothers did not.
That's fair. Honestly, the first time as a New Englander I went through a corn maze, I was like, what is this?
Andrew,
You
have to
what?
let them
In a
get
what?
into the corn maze.
Huh?
Actually,
Oh God,
people-
no! I went in the corn maze. I never came out. This is all a dream.
You're still in the corn, Andrew. You'll never leave the corn. One with the corn.
In the corn. Part of the corn. In the corn.
Part of the corn.
I need to show you Adventure Time. It's so good.
Yeah, I still.
I haven't seen a lot of it, but it's good. You're just like TJ. I think you guys would get along great.
I don't really see TJ and Kudzu getting along just because they're fitness conscious. They're practically night and day.
Well, we're headed out right about now. You want to come?
Kudzu hesitates for a second longer before he nods his head in a quick jerk.
I'm assuming Andrew.
Well,
think
Andrew tossed Kudzu to Zack. Zack, are you okay?
Accurate, Matt.
Wait, what? I fucking hate you, Zach.
You want to know what? I can't be tagged if I can't be here, you. So,
You deaf
I
now,
muted him.
Zack? Oh, you muted him.
now to mute everybody else. Nobody can tag me. Hi, Sam, Hannah, and DJ. It was nice talking to you, somewhat. That was Alan.
Oh, it-
Alan.
Well, I miss you too, Zack. Bye.
Guys, this is the part where we talk shit about Zach and he can't talk back to us.
I mean, who knows when he's gonna come back?
I sent
He's
him
not
a
gone,
I
he just
I sent
muted you
I sent him a direct
I
message
know.
saying I hate you.
Beautiful.
Alright. Alright, yeah, why not?
And with that, I gather up my equipment, and we head back to Leo's house. It's not surprising that Echo hardly has an inch of flat grass in the entire town. Leo says they're planning on laying down sod next to the lake when the area is further developed, but as of now, we have to settle for a park near Peyton. It's a plain stretch of grass, usually used for youth soccer games. In fact, I can remember that when I was part of that same organization, back when my stubby legs didn't matter as much. Of course, after a few years, it became clear that, being an otter, I wasn't built for the sport. Or any sport, for that matter.
Swimming.
Except for swimming, yeah, that's the one thing.
No, you have to find out
Alan
that's
says
not
swimming
the
and
case.
diving is not a real sport.
No, swimming and diving is. Chase just isn't a good swimmer either.
He isn't?
He's about to talk about that. That's when I took up swimming, of course, but then I realized I wasn't really great at that either. Of course, I could outswim any non-aquatic, but when it came to other otters, I was pretty much bottom of the barrel. Yeah, Chase is completely unathletic. He's a clumsy, unathletic, stubby-legged boy.
Except in the
al-
bedroom,
You
obviously.
mean like Zack?
Oh my god, Zack can hear you again.
Yes.
I said, come back, I miss you.
You just want to insult him? The poor boy.
No, I didn't mean to insult him as
You're like, come back,
I
I
don't
miss
have a
you.
complex.
And then
You shall
he
not
comes
talk.
back, and you go, he's a stubby,
Always have.
legged, unathletic person.
Don't tell anyone.
Oh shit.
That's so rude.
Baby, come back.
What's
I
that?
have more insults to give.
Muted.
All of them.
Indeed.
Muted. Andrew, you're the only one left.
Oh, he muted
Yeah,
me too.
what do you mean? What do you mean you have a god complex? You've always had it.
He's
gonna-
muting everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Corn's so good.
Ah, yes, the corn. As we drive, TJ sighs next to me. I look over at him, and he's got his elbow against the armrest, staring out the window as we pull into the empty parking lot. Everything all right? TJ's ears perk, and he looks over at me, clearly forcing a smile.
Of course.
You don't seem that way. What's up?
I have to talk in lines apparently, and I don't wanna.
Yeah, no, you got a few lines, buddy. I lean closer to him. Leo's talking to Kudzu in the front, so we have some amount of privacy. TJ looks down at his lap for a moment, then just shrugs.
It's pretty obvious, Chase. This whole trip has been pretty bad.
I'm about to counter that it hasn't been that bad, but he goes on.
I just think it might have been best if I hadn't come. I feel bad as all.
The way he tries not to frown, but does anyway, is both heartbreaking and adorable at the same time.
I mean, that's TJ.
I automatically rest upon his shoulder reassuringly.
Can I talk about my cats now?
No, you really can't.
No,
Both in character.
you're not allowed.
Shit, stuff happens, right? We came here to have fun, and that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's just that I feel bad for everyone else. What happened yesterday, I think it affected everyone.
No way. I had a great time with Leo yesterday. Wasn't
Yeah, I
sad
did.
at all.
Probably was awkward, but, you know.
I mean, I realize that the statement makes me look like a total asshat, but TJ just nods as Leo parks the car.
We're here.
We reach the field. As we reach the field, Kudzu immediately starts jogging the length of it while TJ stretches. I stand there awkwardly for a second, not really sure if I should join them since that fell a little overboard for something so casual. At least, I hope it's casual. Leo rests the soccer ball against his hip as he joins me.
Hey, they're so eager, huh?
Apparently.
Well, it's not a bad idea. Don't want to pull anything.
So me and Leo do a few awkward stretches before the other two join us in the middle of the field.
So, time to pick teams.
There's only 4 of us, so it shouldn't be too hard.
You want to pick?
Kudzu looks between us before his eyes settle on me.
Chase.
Oh,
bad
well,
move.
okay.
Probably best to keep the lovers off the same team to avoid distraction. I at least want a bit of a challenge.
Kudzu gives Leo a little smirk. I blush, but Leo smiles easily, rolling his eyes.
It's not like that.
Sure.
So I'm on Leo's team?
TJ sidles up to Leo's side, and the wolf puts an arm around his shoulders.
Yep, you're lucky to have me. You know, in my country, we have a war over soccer once.
Wait, what?
Yeah, El Salvador is where Leo's from, and they did indeed, if I remember correctly, it's El Salvador.
They had
Maybe
a-
it's a different one.
They had an actual war over soccer?
It wasn't like a full-on war. It was like a civil unrest or something. I had to look this up again, but I do remember that like basically there was like one match that like led to like horrible like violent uprising.
Jeez.
Amen.
I don't know if it's El Salvador in particular, but I know it was somewhere in South America because they take soccer extremely seriously. And
Oh,
it was
yo,
like-
everywhere south of America and west of America. East, no, wait.
You mean Europe?
You basically.
Yes.
Soccer
Europe,
is like
UK, they take soccer pretty seriously.
it's like if football and baseball had a child in America.
Hmm. Well, even then, in America, actually, sports have been losing in popularity over the past couple decades.
They have.
A lot of
believe it.
people like our age and younger just aren't as into sports anymore.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen this. So there's one point where I can't remember what football game we were watching, but they had a version on Nickelodeon where they had like teens kind of explain how football works, and then every time you'd get a touchdown, they would climb the field.
Oh gosh.
It was beautiful. It was awful. It was beautiful. I want you to picture 90s Nickelodeon. Now I want you to picture it telecasting a real, actually happening football game.
Yep, and adding slime CGI.
It was beautiful.
You're up, Kudzu.
I don't believe you.
It's true. Thousands died in the football wars.
Wait, did you call it football? Because that seems pretty confusing if you're really into the other football.
I live here now, so football is soccer and football is football. If I were to call soccer football, I'd call it football.
Wait, what?
Uchika, let's just start.
Kudzu looks around.
Sorry, Wub.
Since there's so few of us, why don't we just play half field? Grab a few rocks to mark the goal.
There's a goal right there.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
can do the other half of the field.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Huge distance.
See what you're saying.
After that's done, we start playing, and for me, it's pretty much a disaster. TJ, of course, dominates all of us. He dodges around me with ease, making me look like an idiot as I spin around trying to catch him, falling on my ass more than once. Kudzu is able to hold his own for the most part, but TJ gets past him without much difficulty. I think the Lynx realizes how badly he's beating us after a while and starts to ease off. He
Never
passes
surrender.
He passes it to Leo more often and only really steps in when we get near the goal. Leo, while big, is slow as hell, and I actually managed to steal the ball from him a few times. I also think it's because he's not taking this seriously at all, because he keeps laughing and slapping with his tail when I run past. At one point, with the score like 7-0, I managed to get near the goal. TJ jogs in as I kick the ball clumsily, and it's so clear that he misses on purpose that everyone busts out laughing as it rolls into the net. TJ frowns.
What? That was a great kick, Chase.
Don't you fucking patronize me!
Sure, TJ.
I lean over, resting my hands on my knees as I gasp for breath. If you're gonna let me score, you have to make it look more convincing than that, man. Also, I'm not 5. I can handle getting my ass kicked.
I love it. I love the ears go down and then it just fades.
Yeah.
After a while, we switch up teams with TJ on my side and Kudzu and Leo together.
See, that would have been the more fair teams to begin with.
It's a bit more even after that, with me being TJ's handicap and all. After about half an hour, we call it quits and head back to the parking lot where Leo throws us water bottles. I wipe my face as I sit on one of the parking blocks.
You're gonna give Leo if you do that.
No. Also, you're getting bleeped.
You mean
Just for
sleep.
sitting on a parking block?
Nope.
No, from what she had said, like half a minute
Do
ago.
not-
Alright, we're getting back to the line.
Anyways,
Even though it's early evening, the weather is still way too damn hot.
it's too.
Leo and TJ are already up again. TJ showing him some of the moves he had so viciously used on me.
Wab.
TJ, you're talking about soccer, not cats.
Wab.
Okay, TJ. I'm glad to see that TJ is somewhat happy again. His ears
He's
are
with
up,
his
and
cat.
and he's smiling as he runs circles around Leo, talking about cats.
While holding Wub. to get that text.
Eh,
Okay.
how am I supposed to learn anything if you're talking about cats? Just trying to make me look dumb, eh? Because I'm a dog person.
All right.
I'm literally a dog.
Yeah, but I'm a literal cat, so you know.
Yeah, Lynx is a literal cat.
I noticed Kudzu standing a few feet away, watching along with me. So I guess you've known Leo since you moved to Echo? Kudzu looks over at me before leaning back against Leo's van. Kudzu? Matt?
Yeah. Yeah, he saw me moving in and insisted on helping. So that's how I met him.
Oh, also on Saturday, this will probably get cut out. We also had another rule where, if you had to prompt someone to read their lines, everyone
take
took
a drink.
Yep.
Oh my.
So we were like, do we do this? Do we? It was.
Sounds like Leo. Kudzu takes a swig from his water
That
bottle.
also sounds like Leo.
He's a good guy.
Definitely. So you used to live here, right? In Peyton?
Unfortunately, I guess Leo told you.
I mean, he did between the coughs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
I also remember Leo saying that some bad things had happened in the city for the raccoon, so I
Well-
wonder if I
well-
should press or not.
Sure.
Hey, sorry if it seemed like I was making fun of your name a few days ago. It's a cool name, just different, you know?
Here.
Kudzu smirks.
Ah, fat cat.
No, I know it's weird. You just caught me at a bad time is all.
I spread my legs out, sighing as my knees pop. Ugh, I am not built for running around.
Well, yeah, you're built for swimming.
I raise my my eyebrows. Wow, what the fuck was I about to say? I raised my elbows at his bluntness.
I raised my elbows at his bluntness.
It's not really a specious thing to say, but most people don't often point out a species aptitude. So I guess I wonder why you moved to Echo. It's such a dump. Kudzu's silent for a moment, or for a while. I'm adding different words in just because I can, I guess. In the meantime, we watch Leo fall on his ass after TJ kicks the ball between his legs.
People.
Huh?
People are the reason why I left Peyton.
Oh. Peyton is technically a small city with just 70,000 people. Compared to Pueblo, that's nothing.
The more people there are, the worse it is. It's the same anywhere.
Ah, okay. Kudzu goes on.
Sure, in Echo there's 100 shitty people, but in Peyton there's 50,000 of them. I prefer Echo.
His tone's so dark at this point that I don't even respond. Something definitely happened here in Peyton, and I don't dare ask what it was. Luckily, I'm safe from an awkward silence as Leo haphazardly kicks the ball in our direction, and
Does
TJ
anyone
comes
want a
running up
cat?
to us. Okay, TJ, that's a soccer ball, not a cat.
Damn it. Alright, I think that's enough for today. He's a lot less toxic masculine in this story, too. Like in Jenna's, he gets real pissy.
Well, yeah, that's because he's
When someone's better
watching
than him.
somebody take Chase away from him. In this one,
Correct.
at least Chase is spending time with him.
Yeah, right? He's not jealous of Kudzu. He's not, he's cool with the fact that TJ is absolutely beating his ass.
Mm-hmm. Because he's got his little squeaky toy.
I am a dog, after all. I mean, I need things that... Oh, shit.
Lord,
Gross.
just stop. Just
Gross.
God. Sometimes I say things and I just wish I hadn't.
You were more inadvertently furry than you intended to be. And it's beautiful.
One of your little pet, one of your little ones will eventually find the video on YouTube and be like, wait, he said what?
I want it to be like
I
10
do-
years from now that they find the video and like they email you out of nowhere, go like, yo,
Okay, so there is one furry teacher that I'm aware of, and so far, none of the parents have found out.
Well, I mean, honestly, what we do in our free
Nice.
the parents' darn business, right?
No.
Yes, of course, but you're very public. So,
Yeah, we are a public employee.
yeah. Not like public school, but just people see you and like you have their children and and
It's true.
yeah. So anyways, the guy, no one has found out yet. None of the parents have found out. Maybe one or two of the students figured it out, but
he jogs over, wiping his face.
Man, I need a shower. You two getting along?
When Kudzu doesn't say anything, I pipe up. Yep. Leo frowns, clearly sensing something's wrong.
Well, okay. Anyway, let's go out and get some ice cream. I've really been craving it.
Oh man, I really want that vanilla. I stand up slowly, knees popping again, as we all pile into the car. As we drive, TJ continues to stare out the window, but his ears are up, and he doesn't seem so depressed anymore. I lean over towards him. You feeling better? TJ turns to look at me, smiling.
Yeah, it was fun playing with you guys.
I grin. You're insanely good. He shakes his head.
Not compared to the other guys at school. I'm not aggressive enough, but it's fun.
Well, I'm
Aw,
glad you're feeling
TJ.
better. TJ
all right, I'm
nods.
packing out for the night. See you later, guys.
Alright, have a good night.
Have a
Nice.
good night.
Yeah.
Night.
It's too bad we can't come back and do it again tomorrow.
Why not? Not that I'm crazy about doing it again, but I'm not sure what would prevent it.
Needy, obviously.
He looks at me.
Well, your project.
I
Some
frown.
things matter more than your project, okay? Chase?
I'm not talking to you right now, Leo.
Everything's about me.
I don't think...
Hey, what flavor do you guys want? See? Everything's about me.
Leo practically
I-
shouts over us.
I want project flavor.
I look around. We aren't even at the ice cream parlor yet. That doesn't seem to matter to TJ, though.
Well, cookie dough, it's been so long since I had it.
Really? I didn't know you liked that flavor.
And somehow Leo's able to keep up the conversation about ice cream flavors all the way to the actual ice cream parlor, making me realize that I never think about my project ever at all during this story.
Very briefly.
I decided the shots I got earlier in the day were too bright, not representative of the sad state of the town that I wanted. The setting sun does a better job of capturing the desolation, a bittersweet depression of it all. A metaphor for an end in a way. Fuck this town.
Ouch.
At least, that's how I hope it comes across. I lean back against the old, rusted car, clicking through the images I'd taken. It feels very quiet, despite the wildlife around me. And so that's why it's easy for me to pick out the footsteps heading my direction. At first I think it's Leo, and I wonder how he's finished up with his shower so quickly. But then I realize that the crunch of dried vegetation is too soft, too light to be Leo. I look up, kind of hoping to see Kudzu, but instead I'm greeted with a sight of Clint heading in my direction. My grip
dear.
tightens on the camera, watching as he approaches from around the bend of the tracks. He doesn't see me at first. As he gets to the tracks, he hops onto one of the metal rails and balances there, walking along like he's on a tightrope. Does everyone in Echo just come here to take a walk? I think about walking around the train car, out of his line of sight, and hide until he passes me. While I'm thinking this, he loses his balance and stumbles off the rail, and that's when he looks up. Of course, I'm the first thing he sees, and we both just sort of stand there, watching each other. I don't know what to do. Kud said Clint probably didn't remember anything from last night, but I'm not willing to bet on it. It does look like he's not even sure who I am, though. His eyes are squinted almost shut, mouth all screwed up as he scratches his head comically. He leans forward, almost to the point of falling over again. Definitely on something. At that moment, a look of recognition spreads across his face, and his mouth opens wide. Then he starts jogging straight for me. The abruptness of his movements startle me, and I almost drop the camera. I angle myself away from the car, so I'm not backed up against it, and start taking steps back as he gets closer. He stops, though, about 10 feet away, and points at me. Alright, I don't know who was supposed to be Clint.
I guess I could take him since I haven't...
You're gonna have another character that Clint will be interacting with.
Okay, gotcha.
There's this guy named Eastwood.
Okay, so Matt's been doing Kudzu, and Seb would normally do Kudzu. Zack, are you okay with taking a character just for a little bit?
I'm actually gonna head out.
Okay then, well I hope you have a
gotta
good
get to
night.
the
Have a good
project.
night.
Night.
Night, Zack.
Good night.
I guess I will.
Okay, thank you, Sam.
Hey, yeah. Hey, I know you.
I'm at a loss for what to say. He's wobbling back and forth, his eyes wide open.
Your name.
There's an awkward pause as I try to determine whether or not he's asking a question. My name? Chase? Why did I tell him that?
That's stupid.
Remember, you don't have to say all the words. We can squeak.
I know.
Whoa.
You're Leo's squeak friend.
I'm distracted again because that's when I see the handle of a pistol just poking out from the front of the waistband of Clint's jeans. Clint glares.
Fucking Leo, where'd you hang out with that creep?
I'm looking around, trying to decide the best way to escape in case he loses it.
I mean, he's always saying shit to me. Always saying shit about my dad. He had a perfect fucking life. And rubs it in my goddamn face.
Mickey.
My
Dad. Dad. Hi, Web. Hi, Bush.
Clint, you don't have cats.
You
You are a cat, but you don't have cats. Why are we giving you all the cat characters?
I don't know.
Wait, what is Clint?
I mean, he is definitely some kind of cat.
I
Is
think
he
it was
really?
like polecat, I think is what they said.
Well, he's a really cute cat, obviously.
I take a few innocuous steps back so that the end of the car is right next to me in case I have to duck behind it. I don't think Leo's life was that easy. It was pretty bad back in his country.
Yeah.
Fucking come in here. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I will.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
will bleep
'Cause
both.
I felt uncomfortable saying that.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, hey, Sam?
Yeah, I realized after I said it, I was like,
I know, that's part of the problem is sometimes you just see the word and you like immediately say it and then you're like, wait, no.
And you're like, what did I just say?
come here to make my fucking life even worse. Couldn't go home and be happy. Couldn't go outside and be happy. I can't be happy anywhere.
He sneers at me.
And you fuck him, don't you?
I just stare at him and don't say anything. I feel like anything I say could set him off, but he waits patiently, expecting an answer. Clint.
Don't you?
He shudders visibly, clenching his eyes shut.
Fucking imagine you looking... His fat ass is disgusting. I don't fucking care that you're squeaking around, but with him,
If I wasn't so afraid of the whole situation, I probably would have just laughed then. I take another step back. Hey, I was actually about to head out. You know, I'm doing this project. That's why I'm here. He glares at me. Me and Leo broke up a few years ago. We're just friends.
You don't know what he's like. The things he did to me was way worse than what I ever did to you.
But hey, I do need to head out. We can talk about this later. He sees me stepping around the car, and immediately his hand shoots to the handle of the gun.
He.
I freeze, watching his hand, preparing to throw myself to the ground if he pulled it out. At the same time, I'm praying that he'll shoot his dick off if he does. He glares at me.
What the hell are you even doing out here anyway?
With shaking hands, I point to the camera around my neck. I told you, I'm doing a project. I try to smile as I hold it up.
Just about Echo. What the fuck is there to say about it?
His hand loosens on the pistol, and I manage to steady my voice enough to speak. Well, there's a history to it, you know? There's history to everything. I'm just trying to figure it out. Clint looks around, seeming to forget about his gun.
Oh, like this railroad?
Yeah, like this railroad. Clint's eyes are vacant as he stares at the ground, and I think about making a run for it again.
Oh!
I jump as he snaps his head up.
My dad once told me that his dad knew a guy that got killed here back in like the 50s.
My dad told me about his dad.
He did.
Oh? Despite the fact that there's a crazy meth head in front of me with a gun, I still find myself becoming interested. Look, I'm a protagonist of a visual novel. Do you think I have that much self-preservation?
And a
You should have
journalist.
some.
He's a journalist, in fairness.
Yeah, so that doesn't help things.
Oh, Siri. Yeah, like some guy was trying to hop on one, like way back then, that's how people would get around. So this guy was trying to hop on this train here when he was leaving the station, but he missed jumping on.
Clint sits back down in the dry and dusty weeds and spreads his leg out over the rails.
Ow.
He falls down like this and it runs over his legs.
Ow.
Clint brings both hands down, chopping motions over his thighs.
Jeez.
Blood gets everywhere, and yeah, he's dead, alright?
I love how he speaks so casually about this.
He looks up at me, and I realize he's actually waiting for an answer. I guess his questions are never rhetorical. I assume so, right?
Wrong. They found him a few hours later, and somehow the fucker's still alive.
Oh. I'm already starting to doubt this story, or at least this version of it.
He stumps his packs with dirt, so he stopped the bleeding, but he's gone crazy by now. He's going on and on about some creature that came to him and spoke whispers in his ear.
Well, at the very least I can stick this story somewhere slow in the project to keep things somewhat interesting. One of those local urban legends type stuff.
But then he goes to the hospital, they think he's gonna live, but he jumps out the fucking window and kills himself.
He jumped with all no legs.
Without the loose stumps.
Jump, jump, jump!
Jumpa, jumpa, jumpa! Clint stands up and brushes himself off.
My dad used to tell me that story a lot. Not like he wanted to hear it, but he liked telling me things I didn't want to hear.
I don't quite know what to say to that, but I want to keep on his good side, so I make a show of pulling out a notebook out of my bag. Well, thanks, Clint. That actually helps me out a lot. But Clint's still off in his own world, staring off at some trees in the distance.
It's weird that you need to hear that story because I came here because of it.
For closure or something?
Because he's that guy. Sometimes I think I see him when I'm all high, and I hear things here too. Let me get back. It's scary, but I do it anyway because it's different. In this town, everything's always the same, but you can make a change if you want to.
At that point, he starts walking again, off the tracks and towards that group of trees. I decidedly don't follow him, instead hurriedly making my way back to Leo's house. I have a lot of time to calm down on the walk back. Leo is splayed out on his couch, picking through a TV dinner on his lap.
There you are. I warmed up one for you, too. See, look, I can cook. I'm romantic. But it's probably cold by now.
That's alright, I'll just, put it back in. Leo watches me as I head to the kitchen adjacent to the living room.
Hey, what's up?
My dinner is sitting on the stovetop, and I make an effort to not wrinkle my nose at the sculpted rib meat covered in barbecue sauce.
Ew.
Watery mashed potatoes complements the gooey mess.
Ew.
Nothing, just tired is all. I toss the dinner back in the microwave and set the timer to 2 minutes. As it's warming, I turn back around to lean against the counter and face Leo in the living room. Hey, I was wondering something.
Mm-hmm.
Leo looks back at me, ears falling back a little. It's about Clint. Leo's brow furrows. I mean, you guys are at each other's throats. I know there's always been some animosity between you two, but I don't remember it being this bad. I frown. You guys practically want each other dead. Leo pins his ears back while he licks barbecue sauce off his fingers.
I really don't know, Chase. If I had to say, I think it'd be the drugs.
The drugs?
Mm-hmm. Whatever he's taking, it's pretty hardcore. I mean, he's a goddamn skeleton now, right?
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm responsible for it. I just treat him like he treats everyone else.
I open my mouth, hesitate, then finally ask what's been bothering me. When we were younger, would you say that you bullied him? Leo frowns.
What's bringing all this up?
Nothing. I'm just curious is all.
Wait, do you have sex with him too?
No, I don't have a thing for skeletons.
It's around Halloween, dude.
I know. I'm into werewolves. Leo starts to smooth down the fur on his head, all poofed out from his shower.
I mean, I wasn't nice to him, of course. But he was an asshole to everyone else. Like I said, I did to him what he did to others.
He coughs.
Maybe a little worse.
Worse? What he did to us was pretty bad, though. He tried to burn me with a cigarette once.
See? When you tell me shit like that, I don't feel bad for all the things I did to his worthless ass.
I'm safe from having to respond to that as the timer goes off. I turn around to pull my food out of the microwave before grabbing a plastic fork and sitting down next to Leo. We eat in a slightly awkward silence. By the time I'm almost finished, I'm feeling a little nauseous. Ugh. Not to be rude, but do you always eat this stuff?
Huh?
He looks up with a mouthful of mashed potatoes. This microwavable dinner stuff. He swallows loudly.
There aren't, TJ. You don't like it?
He lowers his ears again, looking embarrassed. It's fine. I mean, it's just sad.
bit. Oh, jeez.
I look at him sheepishly.
Huh, you little fucker. I get better food sometimes. This is just easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's sad.
I drag the
He's
plastic...
very blunt.
Yeah, Chase is pretty blunt.
I mean, and Leo is sad, right? Like, the occasional TV dinner is like, oh, yeah, you know, life happens. But, like, if you're having it as often as it's pretty clear Leo is, yeah, that's sad.
I drag a plastic fork through the flaky potatoes. And what qualifies as better food? The diner?
Instead of the barbecue rib sandwich, I have, like, this really fancy, like, you know, lean cuisine.
Kids cuisine.
Hey, it's not like I can't afford it. I make good money.
I laugh.
I just said I could support my boyfriend.
This isn't about money. I just think you're lazy.
Dude, our living conditions will be awful. The two of them are awful for each other.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Well, even if he makes enough money, he's just like, I don't. Oh, right. Sorry.
Leo mock growls
Yeah.
and leans over to grab me. I yelp theatrically and try to hold my tray steady as he yanks me sideways to lay down against him, our heads on the armrest.
Am I gonna make out with him awkwardly again?
Probably.
Hey, I gotta throw away my tray. It's full of gross TV dinner water. Leo nuzzles into my neck.
Put it on the floor.
Ew, gross.
You can throw it away when I'm ready to get up.
Since when do you decide when I can or can't get up?
Since you decide to mouth off to me, now you're the one that's going to be cooking all the meals and cleaning up house, Chula.
I shiver, and he responds by spooning me tighter. Clearly, Leo's gauged that I'm past the point of resisting at this point in my little vacation, and he's taking advantage of it.
I hate it. Estoy loco por ti.
Do you know what that means?
I'm crazy for you.
Yeah, I think it's like that. I think it was also, you drive me crazy.
You drive me crazy.
He rolls the
Just
R
nasty.
dramatically. Definitely taking advantage of it. We're both too tired to do anything more, which is probably for the best, and within a few minutes, I've passed out.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Nightmare time. Oh no, it's Friday.
it's Friday.
You gotta get down on Friday.
But I think
That was
we're all
actually a
here for the
surprisingly
night.
normal day.
All right.
Alright, here, where's voice memo?
There it is.
Say
All right,
goodbye,
bye,
everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.